Alright, this will be episode 1 of Let's Play, or let's just kind of have fun with Wakfu. Um, yeah, I've decided to play an Ecaflip for this. I will be doing other stuff. I have a Feka with a friend, and I'll probably be playing other characters. This is just the one that's probably going to be the most in-depth, and I don't think I'm going to leave anything out on this one. So yeah, let's get started. Got a book here. Ecaflips die. Look how that's nothing what they look like. Like, I don't even know what this cat, bat, rat thing is. But that's ugly, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Oh, in case anyone's wondering, I mean, a basic explanation is for building an Ecaflip. I mean, I'm gonna kind of go with my own flow here, but Earth is apparently the most random damage, Fire is the most powerful damage, and Water is the most consistent damage. I mean, Water, you kind of get a bit of vampirism in it, so you're gonna be stealing health at the same time, which is gonna end up getting you, well, about the same output as the Fire. You're doing slightly less damage, but more sustainability. Put this here. You know, this winning streak stuff. Black Balmiel. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I'm gonna have to try that out. It used to be dodge based, and it didn't do any damage. It just reduced something. Ooh, for precision, I've heard that's really good. That'd be interesting. You could probably do a really good hybrid Ecaflip, probably. I mean, it obviously wouldn't be as good as a specialized, nothing really ever is, but I mean, you could do a decent hybrid with the Flealine army. I mean, you level up your Flea Love so that you're just doing decent damage. You're getting a percentage of it just by casting the other spells. And I wonder if that even levels it up. I mean, then you just go hybrid or Fire. With you could go tarot and dice and just kind of, you know, go for it. It'd be a lot of chance-based numbers, but I mean, it couldn't hurt to try it. I feel like Fire is probably going to be the way to go, though. Fire and precision. Put the map down here. Zoom out. Let's get started. How many range do I got here? I got lots of range. Is Doesn't cost anything? Okay, whatever. Oh, it costs a lot though. Let's try it out. Let's try it out again. Damn it. Alright, let's flick him. What if that still levels my spells? Oh man, that's basically complete 50-50. Alright. Whatever. What's this? They changed that. Okay. How does this work then? Okay. Now, how much did I level for this? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Sit. Now, do I get things over again? That's what I was wondering. I already got my Godfather hat. Oh yeah, if anyone wants a referral to Wakfu at any time during this, just let me know. I mean, I can hand them out, whatever. It doesn't really make a big difference. Just make sure that if you want one, you let me know. We can both get extra tofus to get free stuff. It's cool, yeah. All right, moving on. That just double or quits everything. Why not? Yeah. Alright, winning streak. I get to... Hold on. There we go. That's how we get it. It's 4% chance of critical hits. I'll take it. Look at there. Okay, now it's a lot of earth. Oh, I get 2 of that? Oh, shit. 3, 4, 2, oh. That's double or quits it, why not? Oh, shit. Seems a lot of the percent chances are really, you know, high in our favor. I imagine it would be kind of more random when you start throwing in tarot and stuff, but I mean, frankly, it's not going to be that random, I imagine. It's going to be pretty likely to have it in your favor. I mean, looking at this, when you level it up, you get plus damage when you use it anyways, so it's going to be one of those things where you hit with one attack and just spam it and see what happens. Like, can't imagine it being bad. Might as well pop this open now, we'll need it soon enough. Okay, Feline Leap, let's throw that there. Your flip die, passive So this is kind of a slow starting section. I mean, there's not going to be a lot going on for the first little while. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and I healed him. Alright, well, needless to say, there's not going to be a whole lot of crazy stuff going on for the first little while. We're going to mostly be, you know, just kind of playing through the starting section. But if anyone has any questions or anything, I mean, I'll obviously address them as soon as I can. If anyone ever wants to join me, I mean, right now it's not that interesting, but if people ever want to join me, feel free. You obviously know my character names. Add me, send me a message. I'll try to get back to them as much as possible. I'm starting a guild, which you'll see later. I'm not there yet, but starting a guild. It's going to be called the Bow Meow Bounty Hunters, assuming nobody took it, because I did reserve it. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully get a good following of people. I've already got some people from the forums wanting to join me, but we'll see how that goes. Shit. She ran right up at me. Oh, and before this video I spent about, I don't know, I want to say probably an hour and a half trying to decide my classes before I played with my friend on my FECA, which I did have a little bit of recording already of, which I will upload eventually. But it's certainly a long process for me deciding which character to play because I'm so picky. Well, not picky, but I want to try every last thing. I want to do like all 3 builds in the Ecaflip. I want to do all 3 builds in the IOP. I want to do everything. But having played since the beginning of the closed beta, there's been a lot of changes to the Ecaflip, which I want to see. I would have probably played a Masquerader, but they didn't end up releasing them, and they kind of, you know, hid the fact that they existed off the front page so that no new players would notice. But hopefully it comes out, and I'll obviously be playing one of those. And in the meantime, it just kind of, I don't know, Ecaflip just seems like the one I wanted to play. It's a good solo class. It doesn't have a lot of like crazy good team mechanics anyways, so it's just one of those classes you can kind of play on your own and not worry about a group too much. And if I do get a group, fine. If I don't get a group, well then it's not going to affect me too much. I kind of just get to mess around and do whatever I want with it, and that's kind of what I'm going for with this. I'm doing some pretty good starting damage. I mean, my FECA at this point was having tons of troubles with these guys already, whereas my Ecaflip's just like toasting them. So I can tell it's going to be a pretty decent class. I mean, I'll have some interesting times with gear and stuff, but whatever. I'm not too concerned. Most of the starting monsters I can just camp out, it looks like, and I'm gonna be lame and do that for a while. Man, I remember back in beta, Ecaflips would roll like they had any double spells or any like number-based spells, they'd get it like 90% of the time, and now it looks like you're just not getting it at all. So it looks like they did fix a lot of the percentage stuff, and that's good for any average player. I mean, you can't want a class to be broken, right? I mean, it's cool, but it's not really fun for people who aren't playing the class. And even for people who are trying to play the class kind of legitimately, right? So let's see what I got here. Damage done by next attack altered. Okay, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but we'll see what happens. Range. Yeah, they used to have something, I think they still have it, Craps? Yeah, Craps right there. It would always roll a 7, like 90% of the time it would roll a 7. And that's what you need to get proper, well, just what you needed. Oh wow, that's actually not bad at all. Oh, but wait, I rolled a 1, didn't I? It's hard to pay attention to these dice rolls. Like, I know it's just simple dice rolls, but when I'm just like looking around casually, I don't notice at all. Like now I gotta, yeah, so it doesn't stack either, okay. Yeah, let's double our kills. And let's do it again. Try to kill him. Damn it. Okay, whatever. All these fire attacks aren't very good at close range. I need a bit of space. You're suffocating me, Warden. It's not getting any winning streaks here. 6. Yeah. Wish it was a 6 on the other one though. Whatever. And he's dead. Oh, cool, level up. And 3 boots, yeah. The drop system in this game is kind of silly. It's like you'll get a lot of stuff that you don't really care for in a lot of quantity. I mean, that's not necessarily to say that that's surprising, but it's just interesting to see that. I have to be level 16 for that, damn it. Do I get anything for these? No, but I get to look cool. I might as well pick the whole set before accidentally grabbing on my other guy. Yeah. That's a mighty good looking sailor. See, they had another version of the pirate set in the store. Someone probably noticed. But they're 2 different versions, and only one of them was glitched, so you couldn't get it. It was really weird. Let's grab this stuff. The Christmas stuff will probably be useful. Yeah, initiative. Oh, I can't even use that one yet. Wonderful. Boots. Look. Pirate. 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 I guess I won't run out of too much space. I mean, if I have to, I can just go to a nation and grab my Haven bag, so... Oh, I didn't need the pumpkin though, damn it. Haven bag thing. I can't use that yet either, okay. Well, looks like I'm being this messed up guy for now. Father Christmas? Yeah, it's Christmas in this. Ooh, Black Bamiel. I really want to try that one out. Ecaflip Precision, I'm going to be leveling that. So I should probably level it right away, eh? Might as well get myself off to a good start. Unless I want to do roll again. I don't know if I should be getting this first or if I should be getting... No, I need to be more consistent with my damage off the bat, so I'm going to start with Ecaflip Precision. Let's see what my levels are like. Yeah, percentages are pretty low, but... I mean, so far it's only 5 points a level. And it looks like it stays that way for a little bit, so... I mean, I'm at 6% already, that's pretty good. Can't complain. I'll worry about the other stats later, I can never figure those out. Okay. Yeah, it'll work. Ugh. Let's double that damage because I don't want to have to deal with this guy. wonder how many people in this game actually like, aren't from the closed or open beta because it was open for so long. I imagine so many people are like walking around all these sets and, you know, everyone who wears them just looks like idiots because there's so many better options. Like on my other guy, I have the Pioneer set, I have the, you know, I have all this stuff, I just, you only get them for one character, right? So. It's always down, it's never up. There we go. Let's do this, this will kill him in one hit, I think. Damn. Let's get out of the pit. Damn it, really? Oh, I critted anyways. Wait, if I crit, is it guaranteed a 6? No. I guess I just happened to get a 6 too. Right. Oh, I'm going for it again, kill him! Yeah. Oh, it doubles up too? Wow, doubles or quits would actually be really good. But it'd be so risky. You'd have to like only use it on a turn where you're definitely gonna die or something. It'd work for taking out some pretty big targets though. I mean, I can't complain about that damage. It's pretty good damage. Oh, it's just gonna keep rolling. Yeah, I like it. Ooh, I like that too. This guy should be dead then. Oh shit, I don't want to go there. No. It's so cute. Doesn't do any damage though. I don't actually know the purpose of that yet. What was that? Oh, it was precision. Okay. Oh, so this still causes less. It causes critical failures, which is, you know, you can't crit, but. Or you do the opposite, you do no damage, but that's just strange. Precision? Ooh, precision counts on that? That's... Ooh, Ecaflips are nasty little buggers then. I'm gonna have to start looking into some crazy stuff here. Imagine if you just crit a bunch of times, it'll just have infinite crits after a while. Like, this probably will do a ton of damage. Yeah, that's decent damage for my level. Let's double that. Precision! I like this precision thing. Slows down the game, but whatever. Alright, got craps ready. Alright, so craps has been changed. It's not okay, you lose winning streak if you get a 2. No, Snake Eyes, okay. It's got good range, and it does extra damage if it's a 7. Cool. Oh, and it only costs 2. Nice. That's big. Someone bound me, and then just kind of keep going to town. Look at this, plus 2%, 50. I don't know. I think what the Bow Meow does is causes a, like, whatever hits that target to have a higher chance of critting, but that's, I don't know, it's strange. I'll have to look into that. Oh, looks like I did extra damage. Doesn't even pay attention. Does this last forever? Yeah, it does. Yeah, and crits definitely don't for sure cause the thing, they just do bonus damage. Okay. Let's level up our other spells a little bit. And this has no range modifier too, so I'm going to it. Cool. Yeah, that doesn't do a ton of damage when you look at it. Imagine later on it might though. If you put it up to... Yeah, that's huge damage at the end. People are like, oh man, it could heal them a lot. Well no, it heals them like a tiny bit. Precision. You know, compared to most games, I really like the way they did this bottom bar. I mean, a lot of people will say that it's just kind of like distracting or, you know, unnecessary, but I actually really like it. The way they did it, I mean, you can separate this little bit here and make it all like this, and I actually prefer it together, but I mean, you can separate it if you're one of those kind of people. And overall, it's just a really nice, like, simple feel, and it does the job well. I mean, it's well designed. It's not crazy or anything. It just kind of sits there and does its job. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the designs for bars has been static since, you know, MMOs existed. So they did a pretty decent job of it because each one's a little different depending on what class you play, and that's cool. And again, Earth might be a little bit too random at low levels, that's for sure. I'm barely even fighting, like, keeping this guy stay. I'm almost dead. Yeah, that did no damage. Jesus. As Brent said, it has some high initial numbers before it heals them anyways. So, I can't really complain. Oh, I can use the pumpkin now, can't I? 17 max HP, 2 initiative. Yeah, I'll take the HP. I'm pretty sure I'll have to take that, though. That's a pretty good hat. Which, in case anyone doesn't know, you can get by throwing tofus at a board. You're playing Battleship with, you know, one shot and you get items. It's cool. It's based on referrals and stuff. You can get it pretty easily. If anyone wants referrals before they start playing so they can get more, I'll gladly hand them out. let's keep it trucking here. Go again. I guess I'll try this one out. 1 HP per AP used, plus 5% doubling damage with count up of a card, plus 2% chances of applying stunned per AP. Oh, okay, so if you use all 6 AP, you'll get a 30% chance of doubling. And okay, so it's basically, hey, I have nothing left to do. Might as well. So it's the same as it always was. They just changed it a bit, and it doubled. I wonder if I do this now. All right, that's a pretty quick kill. Did that do anything yet? No, but it still does give me extra damage. Okay. Should be strong, yeah. That's what I'm looking for. 1 HP left. It's gonna heal. Oh, finish. Pretty quick fight. Yeah, Ecaflips are definitely a decent starting class. Yeah, let's let this guy do the foot thing. By the way, there's lots of hidden treasure chests basically everywhere. I'm gonna probably get all of them eventually. So if you're looking for anything specifically, I mean, feel free to ask me. I can tell you where lots of them are. I've been around since the beta. I know where most of them are. But if you are ever playing, just try to help people out. I mean, it's stupid when if you're one of those people who just doesn't. You're just sitting there and being a jerk. Nobody likes that. Might as well help people out, get them, because a lot of them require group work, and it's a little jaded because some of them don't work for both sides. It's like only one person gets it, but I mean, again, whatever. What are you gonna do about it? Let's throw a point at Ecaflip die. Might as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get. Oh, okay. So Ecaflip's yeah, it's all balanced in your favor. So it's still the same as it was in beta. I mean, people look at a lot of numbers and say, oh, well, 50% chance is still only half the time. Well, yes, but I mean, look, I have a less than whatever chance of rolling a 7. I mean, there's 12 numbers. I have a pretty low chance, and I rolled it twice in a row. I can't stress enough that it's probably a decent. And rolled a 2. Oh, so it goes there. Wow. All right. Let's do this. This guy can't catch me anyways. Oh, I got it. Winning's pretty cool. Let's do this. So much damage. Alright, well, let's gonna move on. We'll start doing some other stuff, some more interesting stuff rather than leveling. I know how much people love to watch people grind. I mean, the most interesting thing in the world, I'm sure. Let's I'll show you a bit more of the starting area. This here is the Canogetto. It's filled with a lot of shouting. It's basically the training area for fighting if you don't know what you're doing. I don't think anyone's ever done this and not, just been annoyed by how long it takes. I mean, they have the little posters on the board which tell you what to do in every single fight. It's pretty straightforward. The pictures are kind of cute. I mean, it doesn't actually explain it very well, and the guy will tell you to right-click on the guy anyways, because you have to fight him. And basically, in battle, you can see people's stats by right-clicking on them. And look, oh, he's weak to fire and air, and everything else he doesn't take damage. So basically, just don't attack him with anything but fire and air. And it's just a training area. It doesn't actually teach you anything on the general basis, but I mean, you always want to do it because you get some free stuff at the end of it. I know you get an emote at the end of it, which I know everyone loves to collect little things where you guys make noise. I think you also get you get something new now. It used to be you'd get a thing that gives your little pet guy extra bonus health, or gives him a bonus that gives you health. But they changed it because now he's an actual pet, and you actually equip. And I don't know. I know that they give you something that it's related to something. I think it's more like I think it's an equip, but it doesn't really do much. It's just a little bit of a bonus. You'll see a lot of the quests with you open up your little quest tab. There's a lot of quests based on, you know, dungeons and just, you know, finding and looking at places, which will get you a lot of, you know, decent starting things. Like you'll get little emotes, you'll get extra candy that gives you experience, you'll get rings, some equipment, some the best thing you can get at early levels is you'll find random quests dropped off monsters that give you scrolls, which give you experience, which is nice because it's just good to kind of get the first area done with. The game's kind of designed to get you to level 30 really fast because they don't want people sitting around in this low level area forever. Because I mean, at the same time, that's also the free area. I don't blame them. So you kind of have to get used to that. I mean, it's good because if you have multiple characters, you can get a lot of stuff done pretty quickly. Alright, let's get a move on here. Sorry if it's kind of boring. It's gonna be boring for the first little bit here. I mean, feel free when I'm done uploading the other videos and make more stuff to just skip this whole section if you know what you're doing. This is just kind of like a basic intro section for anyone who doesn't know what they're doing. I'm sure nobody cares about it at all, but hey, whatever. I mean, you can see how I started my build, how I do whatever, and it's kind of a nice little learning experience. And you get to listen to my lovely voice and you know, have me talk to you soothingly for half an hour, I don't even know how long I've been playing. And yeah, on the bright side, you watching the video, you get to listen to me talking. I mean, better than me sitting in a room alone, talking to myself. Anyways, here's the end of the Cat of Jetto. Once you do the 3 challenges, you go up here and you talk to this Master Cano, or yeah, Grandmaster Cano. He gives you a little chest, it completes the quest. You get a candy and an emote. You get Hus, which is like bend. It's, you know, the kung fu thing. Oh, I really shouldn't put all my stuff on the other guy. My Feka has ended up getting all my bonus beta stuff and all my gear and all my little gifts you get for playing the game, and you know, I bought certain stuff, and he got my bonus pet, he got my stuff, so he has all the titles. This guy's a pretty fresh character, but I guess if this guy's gonna be going farther, it'll be fine. So once you do the Cano Jetto, you can move on to do. Well, here's a little map. I'll just show you. In the middle is Soke. He used to be called Catskill. He's kind of the guardian of, like, hey, you pick a nation, you go into Astrub, which is the next area. He just kind of makes sure you get everything going. He has a little bit of a tutorial you can talk to him about, but he's, to be honest, kind of annoying. I'll show you another quick emote here. You just walk off into the distance and you get another one. You get the right education. I think it's how to say... No, it's not how to say no, it's how to say hi. And overall, you can see I got applaud, angry, point, and some other stuff. But if you go to this zap here, you go to the Gobble Fields, or extraordinarily Meadow, where you can talk to this old guy. And you can learn the trapper profession. He tells you about the ecosystem too, which if you don't know what you're doing in the game, definitely learn about the ecosystem. Anyone who knows doesn't really matter though. It's just basically they give you a little book to read and they quiz you on. This is for every profession, but that's just a quick trapper profession. You read the book and do the thing. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how, and you got to learn how to do it because otherwise people will hate you if you're doing it wrong. But anyway, so you get the trapper profession, and then once you get the trapper profession, you can go into this little area, and it kind of, again, is the teaching area. It teaches you how to do it. All you have to do is go into this area and, oh hey, lots of stuff going on. I think people are trying to spawn the Celestial Gobble, which is another thing you can do in here. Don't try to do it at low levels. He will kill anyone and everyone. But it's a good idea to when you're in this area, you want to be planting, you want to plant gobbles and harvest gobble seeds and fight gobbles and cut up their remains, because you can take the legs that you get from the remains and give them to this guy, and if you plant 10, this guy will give you a reward as well. Now once you do both, you get a bit of a reward. Can't remember what it is now, but it's always a good idea to do both of them. This place is probably the worst place to do anything in the entire game, actually. It is 100% of the time always filled with too many people, and you never get anything done. It sucks, but once you do it, it's cool. You don't have to do it. Not everyone really cares to do it, but it definitely does help get you started, especially if you don't know what you're doing. It's a nice little boost of, hey, what do I need to do? And I mean, you get some experience in your spells and stuff too, because I like to get most of my spells somewhat leveled before I get into the real world, because, I mean, the first enemies you fight as soon as you drop out of this place are pretty, you know, awful. They're jerks. Anyways, moving on. This guy stopped harvesting, so I'm gonna take it. Yeah. This game is a lot about community involvement, so don't try to just steal stuff from everybody, but I mean, you'll notice some people are jerks, and that'll always happen. I mean, if you want to be a jerk, there's actually a good system. It's called the Outlaw system. It's a really cool design they added to this game. It's honestly not favorable because you end up losing a lot of your opportunities, but one way or the other, you end up with what's it called? You end up with an outlaw status if you're, you know, terrorizing the world, and it's fun because you can kind of like run from people. You kind of become the outlaw. You can go to jail. They added the whole system in. It's a really cool system, but I mean, it sucks because then you can't really go to many places and you know, trade and buy stuff. It just makes it a little more difficult. But if you're in for that like really, you know, risky, like hard to run around with, generally solo play, it's a good idea to try it out, because I mean, you won't find many friends in the Outlaw system. A lot of people in this game are very fond of playing fair. And there's a whole governor system. It's really cool. I'll get into that another episode when I get to that point. I'll probably end up running for governor too. I'll never win it though. I'm never gonna be that popular. Anyways, I think that's probably about enough for this episode. This takes a while, so I think I'm gonna do it outside of recording, and then I'll start again once I'm done it. But, you know, thanks for tuning in. I hope this records to the one episode so I can upload it all. If not, it'll be in segments, whatever. But yeah, that was the basic starting. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm sure I'll be recording more today.